with, but again, he's a bit...
Yeah, I tell you what, this is an open race, Emily, with Mulan Ardeche, who ran 5th last up behind Axel. Of course, then went into the following race. The Avondale Guineas is one of the favourites, and out of that race was Road to Paris, of course. He ran 2nd, and then Road to Paris went on to run 2nd in the Avondale Guineas. And if you're branching off that form line, well, then Hakata Bay has to be a chance as well, Stephen, who's presented as the 2nd favourite.
Yeah, I really liked Hakata Bay. I've got him as my number 1 selection. And what is an even race over the 2,000 metres? I thought his last start held plenty of merit. He was first up, he struck a fast run mile, he was 3 wide without cover for the majority, and he still held on to 3rd in a race that was really set up for those middle to back markers. 2nd was Road to Paris, who's placed in Avondale Guineas last Saturday, and the 4th horse had to be the Exponent, who was a winner down my way in the Central Districts at Otaki on Saturday. So, look, if he can find a forward position with a little bit of cover, he'll be awfully hard to beat.
So I'm guessing then you like the form of that race with Mulan Ardeche also in amongst your numbers.
Yeah, look, she's building nicely. 3 runs between 14 and 1600. Should have a peaking first time over ground. The draw is sticky and will require a decent steer from McNabb. But look, overall, as you say, she comes out of the right race. So it makes sense. If I like Hakata Bay, then I'm going to have Mulan Ardeche in the mix.
All right, under 2 minutes out from start time, we better get to you, Thad, see if there's any sort of angle you can help us with here with a $5 favourite. Yeah, Novak is one of those horses that can pop up from time to time. And Clint Isdale, the trainer, and sits at that $18 mark. We get to you, George. Half a minute out from start time for the Dennis Hopson 2000, a 65 stage race.
Yeah, made this my value bet of the day, number 15, Intoxicated. I thought it was knocking on the door for when I liked the odds earlier today. It's around the $7 quote now, I think. With Warren Kennedy aboard too. Of course, Joe Doyle rode the horse last time. He's riding down south today, Joe. So Warren Kennedy picks up the ride, and I think his riding style will suit Intoxicated as well. Happy around the $7 mark. Made it my value bet of the day. For second, I put in 7, Ever Charm. Building towards another win as well. George Rook aboard. For third, 18 goes in the mix for mine. Mulan Ardeche, who's in the market as well. And the other one is number 6, and that is Perspective. Yeah, wide open affair though. Intoxicated comes in now to $6.50. Made it my value bet of the day.
Nice one, George. So $6.50 for your value, and a runner that's moving in the marketplace. Anything more you'd like to add to the race, Stephen?
We're just seeing a little bit of a groove similar to Circus Tricks early in the program, a horse that's dropping back from Black Type 3-year-old company against 65 gallopers, and that's One True King. You have a race last start at Tadapra against Black Type performers, and look, overall he was a little bit disappointing. I thought the one query around him was getting a strong 2,000 metres, but look, they're gravitating towards him, and that's often the case when you've got a 3-year-old dropping back to 65 grade after performing at Black Type level.
Yeah, that's right. What was it, the Waikato Guineas, wasn't it, where the horse was beaten behind Autumn Glory. Filing away for this one, race number 5, the Dennis Hopson 2000, where the favouritism was with Mulan Ardeche, sitting at $4.80. We'll pass it back up to George Simon.
So the last 3 to come into line. Nick Time, Mulan Ardeche in Perspective. Favourite Mulan Ardeche at $4.80. Michael McNabb looking for a second on the program today. Intoxicated. Second favourite at $6.50. One True King at $7. This is the Dennis Hopson 2000. Long-time supporter of all things racing in the Matamata district for many years, Dennis Hopson. As we are set to go. Gates are back and they're off and are racing immediately. One of the first away was Hakata Bay. Mulan Ardeche out wide began quickly as well. Going forward is Apex, Evercharm and Khando. Nick Time is right there with Smiling Eyes. Intoxicated looks for cover just behind the leading division. They'd be followed out by Novak's going to drift back to be just in behind midfield from Penurious, Elton Rocks and then Vistown. And the last pair are Perspective and One True King. They leave the straight and they head out towards the 1600 metres. Hakata Bay is going to roll forward and take the lead from Nick Time second. Dropping in for the trail is Khando. A length and a half away, Apex is fourth on the outside of Smiling Eyes. Then Mulan Ardeche, who's been planted out three wide there by Evercharm. 2 lengths away in the clear is Intoxicated from Penurious, then Novak. Well back in the field is Vistown with Elton Rocks and then Perspective. And One True King is last of all and would be 12 lengths off the leader as they work past the 1100 metres. Pacemaker Hakata Bay steadies them up out in front, led by 1 length from Nick Time. Khando is box seating third. Apex is fourth from Smiling Eyes and then Mulan Ardeche coursing 3 wide. Evercharm in the centre, a length away Penurious and then followed by Intoxicated. Novak looks to take closer order at the 800 metres. Well back in the field, Elton Rocks, followed by Vistown, and then came One True King, and last of all is Perspective. Still 9 off the leaders. To the 600 metres mark they come, and Hakata Bay's had a pretty soft time of it out in front. From on the outside, Nick Time. Right and behind them next as they come towards the corner, we've got Apex. Mulan Ardeche works forward out deeper, being tracked around by Evercharm, and then Smiling Eyes, Novak. Further back, Intoxicated and Penurious. Homeward bound now, Hakata Bay, the one to catch. Apex coming after it, so is Mulan Ardeche. Coming through, one off the rail, Khando. Nick Time, then Smiling Eyes and Evercharm. Apex strode up to the lead. Still there, Hakata Bay on the inside from coming out them latest, Mulan Ardeche. But it's Apex. Apex will win it for Mulan Ardeche, Khando. And then there's a photo for fourth between either Hakata Bay or Smiling Eyes. And behind those next was Intoxicated from Evercharm, Nick Time, then came Novak. Further back was Elton Rocks, followed over by Vistown, Perspective, One True King, and Penurious will come in at the tail of the field. Apex the winner, number 12 for Catherine Cameron and Taylor Mitchell, 4-year-old mare by Puccini, and she goes back to back after winning it last start at Tiaraha. It's been a nice win too in the run to the line in the Monavale Holdings colours, the Smithies boys, so well done to them. Apex will win it. Mulan Ardeche will be
Right. Hi, Steve.
Turned into a lovely day.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Yep. Windows are clean and all.
Windows clean. And these days I'm using John Tapp's binocular stand.
Oh, okay. Bit of history in there.
Certainly is. He said he hasn't used those, well, they haven't been used since 1998. The last day of calling. But they were stored in the ATC office.
Collector's item.
Yeah. Saves me carrying around mine now.
Yeah.
Hi, Tom. Righto, Shaggy, let's go again. Zootastic, Zaragoza, Jambalaya,
Los Padre, change my address, Opal Fields. So the new Sinatra. Shaggy, and the new Sinatra. One minute to start time. All runners have arrived at the starting gates. Jambalaya being led up. Up they come now. All Too Wild and Jambalaya have moved into the gates here at the 1100 metres. Open betting race and a quiet betting race. Bryant's the favourite, $4 the call. Opal Fields moving in. Yeah, thanks Simon. Getting set here for the first of the day, the midway. Bryant with blinkers on today. Drawn wide out is a $4 favourite in front of Let's Go Again, $7.50. Jambalaya towards the inside, the same price. Fly Cruise into the gate, Shaggy moving in, the new Sinatra, and Zootastic getting set. Apache Breeze. Yeah, thanks very much, Lewis. First of the day, big program ahead on this dual Group 1 program. Tempted to be very skinny odds in the surround stakes, and Autumn Glow even skinnier in the Very Elegant Stakes. She today aims to make it 10 out of 10, Autumn Glow. Two great two-year-old races on the card as well, with the Sweet Embrace Stakes for the fillies and the Skyline for the colts and geldings. Now Apache Breeze moving in, and the roll in, there's the light. Ready to run, first of the day, soft sixth they're going, and they're off and racing, and the favourite Bryant was one of the first into stride. Plenty of speed underneath though, and Flight Crew bounded out of the gate together with Zootastic on the outside. Let's Go Again, Jambalaya handy, followed them by Shaggy. Bryant cast very deep, probably 4 wide now. Further back to Opal Fields, improving on the rails from Change My Address, Zaragoza. Apache Breeze out 4 wide from All Too Wild. And Lost Padre is the last one. Flight Crew in control by a half length to Shaggy. Zootastic out wide. Even deeper there is the new Sinatra, followed by Jambalaya. Let's Go Again. Bryant doesn't have any covers, about 5 and 6 wide as they turn. Flight Crew in front from Shaggy, Zootastic, then Jambalaya, the new Sinatra. Bryant still about 4 lengths away. Flight Crew putting out the Mayday call, and Shaggy went past it. Jambalaya up on the inside. Further back to Bryant, savaging the line. Shaggy a narrow leader from Flight Crew, but Bryant's got them covered. Bryant lengthening on the outside with the blinkers, and Bryant got up to beat Shaggy. Much better today. Lost Padre charged home. I think it grabbed third in front of Jambalaya and Flight Crew, all out at the end. Then Change My Address, it goes, Apache Breeze. If I didn't mention it before, Opal Fields not far away on the fence. A gap then to Let's Go Again from All Too Wild, Zootastic and the new Sinatra. Bryant, well, you couldn't have covered any more ground than it did. More ground than a Sydney airport taxi driver. Home it went though, bright in the hands of Tim Clark, 370 and 190. Boy, Shaggy's been much tougher today, paying 270. Heads everywhere for third. We'll stand by on that. There's about 4 of them in it.